Well, hey guys and gals, it's episode 36 here on the Blockheads server, and today we're starting things off by opening this. Pull the lever for a stupid joke. You fell for it! Basically, what I wanted to do today was what we didn't get done in last episode, and that is building up some factory buildings around our factory mechanisms. So what I've done here is I've set up one little water elevator. This is a temporary water elevator. What I've done, though, is I've loaded up our concrete maker, if I can ever get up there. I loaded up our concrete maker with a bunch of concrete, got some there, and I was just going to turn this thing on and let it rip. So I got a bunch of concrete. Let's take a look. This thing does a really nice job. These first two are the ones that get the most. It does a really nice job. I went through a lot of stacks of concrete really quickly, and the best thing is my pick is not in the red. So next what I started doing was building a little bit, just to kind of get a general shape of what I want to do. I kind of want to like shape this thing around the building so that way it kind of grows in like a semi-organic way. In that it's not like just a big rectangular box of a building. I really don't want that. I wanted it to have lots of shape and lots of color and lots of interest as far as, but also still look modern and industrial looking. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm going for, and I'm kind of using a color palette that I used on this one particular house that I really like, that I did quite a while ago, maybe at least a year ago, maybe more than that, that I did as a tutorial. Anyway, I used white concrete, the gray concrete, and then I used orange glass, and I really like that. I also made some orange concrete to kind of add some accent colors to this. So we'll see how much of that I use, but basically what I want to do is kind of create an overlook kind of thing right here. And then this right here, I decided to go at an angle because I was thinking about like cutting over here and then coming over this way, but then that kind of squashed the door a little bit too much. And so I decided to come at an angle, and then that way, like the way you enter this building is going to be at an angle. So the door is going to be probably like right there. I think maybe actually right here is where I'll put the door. And I'm going to have kind of like I might even do like a redstone sand door. That'd be kind of cool, huh? I don't know if I'm going to do that this episode, but I think that'd be pretty sweet. I want to do something with this funny hole right here, because it's just kind of happened when I was building the concrete maker up there. You guys probably remember that. I want to do something with it, so what I'm probably going to do is like, build this up around here and then make like a little doorway so you can get back in here and check out this weird hole. I probably will like put like concrete or like these smooth stone blocks around it or something so that it kind of like looks like it's part of the building or it's part of the mechanism in some way, even though it's totally not. But anyways, Okay, I thought the best way to take a look at what we've got so far is to look at it from afar. Basically, it's starting to come together. This is kind of what I wanted. It's a little bit more angular and goofy looking than I had originally intended, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that quite a bit. So let me show you what I've done. I've kind of gone in here and I've put in some different places where I know that the explosion is not occurring. That looks kind of cool, actually. And then around the back here, I created just a little bit of a framework, you can see, that kind of shows like how far out the blocks have to be in order for the explosion to not hit them. So that actually works really well. So I'm going to bring this around this way and then have some stuff over there and then continue to work over there. But on the front here, what I did is I put quite a bit of the glass and stuff. Let me see if I can go to scout mode. I put quite a bit of the glass and stuff here, and it's kind of got like a tiered effect. And then up here, what I did is I started to build this kind of thing off to the side so that, so that it will encompass the top section of our little bit of a funny looking deal here. That's kind of sticking out like that. So I think that that actually looks really cool, but it's obviously not done. I really like this angle right here. This looks pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying doing this and building around a redstone contraption in order to create a cool looking factory. All right, I've got the major structure done all the way around. Just spin around it real quick. I think this looks really good. It almost looks like there's nothing right there, but there's glass right there. And I really like how that the elevator is kind of still visible in the front. I think that looks pretty cool. And then here's a look kind of around and in the back. It needs details, but I'm really pretty excited about the way this thing looks. I like the windows, how like you can see inside and see some of the mechanisms and what's going on in there. But it's also kind of obscure, like you can't really see what's happening. Okay, I put a whole bunch of details on this. Lots of trapdoors, and we've got some iron bars here, and some slabs, some smooth stone slabs, that is. And yeah, so this is a little detail I came up with to go around some of these windows. I think that works well. I put some iron bars kind of like that to kind of be like windows. Just some random iron bars in places that looked bare. And then, ooh, we have a witch. All right. Over here, what I did is I just made some random redstone. I was trying to make like a redstone clock, but yeah, just some random redstone. I think a redstone clock would kind of slow the server down, but this right here shouldn't cause too much. If that is a problem, I could just replace it with some trapdoors to kind of be like a vent. And then over here we have some more iron bars and some more trapdoors up here. And I really think that this really ties it all together, these little details. And I think that it makes it look like a complete build and a factory. So on the inside here, what I'm working on is this block swapper that's going to swap between going up the water elevator and being sucked down the water elevator. So what I have here is obviously a magma block, and then that's going to be swapped with, let's see if I can, do I have any lighting? Yeah, I do have a bit of lighting. Let's put a block just right there so you can see a little bit better. So I've got a piston here, and then that's going to push this soul sand right there into the way, which is going to send us up, right? Soul sand goes up, right? Yeah. Which sends us upwards to the top, and then it retracts, and then when it retracts, this piston will fire because of this observer right here. And then that piston will push these two back. So I came up with this on my own. It's probably a design that somebody has somewhere, but I think it works really well. The thing that's really going to make it work is this right here. We have a pulse extender. This is a comparator pulse extender. So basically when you step on the pressure plate, it kind of holds the redstone signal for a little bit before the signal degrades, and then it comes back out and turns off. And so I think that that's going to be enough time. I hope it will anyway, for you to reach the top and get out before it flips back over to the downward flow. So that's really good, and I'm just going to have to finish the rest of this in the rest of the water elevator thingy, the actual water column, to get this to work. This thing is working really well, actually. I got it to work. I'm really happy with it. It's kind of a block too low, but I solved that by putting a slab right there. And I think it actually works better that way because then you don't see all the redstone kind of on top here. We did have a bit of an industrial accident though. Apparently, I messed up some bit of redstone up there that's causing, oh boy, causing those pistons to not fire. And so then the TNT was just kind of going everywhere. So it's very important when you build this, apparently, that you have the timing right on the pistons. Oh boy. So I'm going to have to go up there and fix that and see what is wrong. But it kind of also solved a problem for me. Like, I was going to have to dig down all of this dirt anyway, which is kind of annoying. But now we have this like kind of cool hole in the wall over there and a hole over here. So I'm going to have to fix that. Usually that kind of stuff like really kind of upsets me. But, also in the process, I had to mess up that water source right there. So now let's see if it works. There we go. Okay. Shoots us right to the top. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so I'm going to have to jump back in here and see if I can't figure this out. So let's see. We've got this torch activated. And then... Okay, I found it. And I have no idea why this was causing a problem. But basically, our flying machine here, this slime block, picked up one of these window blocks, one of these window panes, and it was making it dupe the TNT twice as fast. So that could be a thing that people do now, is to put just a piece of glass right here, pane. I don't know why it was duping the TNT twice, but it was doing it. And it was blowing lots of holes in our nice build here. So we're going to have to fix it down below, but at least we figured out what the problem is. And I feel like it's kind of not my fault, because how would I have ever known that that would have caused a problem? All right, I fixed everything that was broken, and now it looks like this. I really like this. It looks really good. And I made a bunch of concrete just a little bit ago, so I did prove that it works. Looks like I need to fix this little glass. I didn't see that. But anyway, what happened was the concrete got shot out here when we had kind of our industrial disaster and blew up part of this area. And so it kind of inspired me to build this right here, as though maybe there's somehow water involved in the process of making the concrete. Actually, there is water involved making concrete, but like not that much. But I just thought it would be cool, like to have like this sort of, water coming out of the factory, as though the water's been used or something, and then used to cool or used to create the concrete, and then now it's just sort of flowing back out into the ocean, polluting away, that sort of thing. Next, what I want to do is build another building around this guy. It'll probably be a little bit simpler than this building, just because this one there was just a lot to it. This building is going to be a little bit simpler, I think. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that in a third-person time-lapse. So let the time-lapse begin. really happy with how this is looking right now. It's totally different than the other one in like build style, but it's you know, the same colors and stuff. It's a little bit more blocky and boxy, and I kind of like how this redstone piece sticks out right here. I was thinking about, like, sometimes you see factories where they have like pipes and stuff like coming out and going back into the building. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I built this thing right here, and I think that looks kind of cool. I'm probably going to keep it. I really, 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 really like this thing, except it doesn't have as many details. So I'd like to put some more details on it like this one has. And so I think I might just do that like right now. The exterior's all done anyway. I wanted to do a couple things on the interior. I kind of went a little crazy with the iron bars, especially on this side, but I think it needed it because it looked a little bit too nice, if you know what I mean. So it needed to be kind of roughed up a little bit and made to look more like an industrial building than some sort of like mansion or something. So I think that these iron bars did the trick. But yeah, inside there's a couple things I want to do. First of all, this chest is not big enough. So what I want to do is I want to make a storage system probably underneath this. So I'm going to have some sort of like a stairway down, perhaps like in this area over here that you can get down below and see the storage area and see the storage. So I think that needs to be done. And then there's enough lighting in here. I can't think of what the other thing was. Oh yeah, I needed to do the little pathway. Just complete this little pathway. So I started it and then I ran out of smooth stone slabs. So yeah, we need to build that up to here. It'd be kind of cool to like decorate around these a little bit, but I think because it's an industrial area, I'm just going to leave it for now. And if we decide to build some more farms around it, that way I'm not like tearing out decorations and stuff. And maybe come back and terraform and decorate another time. I've got a little storage system going on down here. So right here is the hopper. So right above actually, so this one's, it's still draining. This was my original chest that I had at the end of the water and the hopper line. So the hopper line comes right here. This is temporary just so I can drain this chest without having to, you know, move stuff from inventory to inventory. That's annoying. Anyway, so yeah, so it comes in here and then across this hopper line that's up here like this into one of these item sorters. Let's see if we can show you this. There we go. So it goes across here like this. So the items are flowing across there. And then we have our item sorters. And then we have our chests down here. And then I've set it up so we have all 4 of the types of wood that this thing can produce. So we've got the birch wood, the jungle wood, which I need to actually get some jungle wood. Then we have our spruce and our oak. And I think that it looks really good. So the way that you're going to get to here is you're going to come down this. Oh boy, that's where they're spawning. Oh boy. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, I don't have my bow. Come on. Okay, we can do this. There we go. Okay. Man, where is my bow? Where is my bow? Man. Not good. Not good at all. If this thing blows up, I'm going to be super angry. Anyway, I need to figure out where they are spawning. I think they're spawning in this area right here. And then underneath, like where you stand. So I think I'm going to have to put in some... a couple of, you know, lights and stuff. Lights, that's what they're called. They're called lights. Goodness. Anyway, this is where the ladder's going to be, going downwards. Or the stairway, I mean. So I'm just going to have a stairway coming down here and then coming down into this area like that. And then I think I'm going to lift this up 1 block like this maybe. Okay, it's done. So right here what I did is I put these 4 boxes around this. So this is going to hold our saplings. I couldn't figure out where in the world to put them, so I think that that's the best spot. And then I've got a little stairway right up here to where you're going to stand with your saplings. That's just perfect. That looks good. I think mobs were spawning right here, and then they also might have been spawning up there on that block. So I put a light up on that block, and then there's not really anything I can do about that because I think these two have to be wood. I'm not sure, but I think they do. And then down here, what I did is I just put in a couple of extra lights. So there's a couple right there. Well, you can't really see them, but they're back in there, just in the ground, just these ground lights. And then I put one there just to kind of hopefully make this place mob proof. I haven't seen a mob spawn so far. Then I put this little bit of glass right here next to the stairway. And then down here, I finished off this room. So what I wanted to do was incorporate some of the wood. So I went ahead and put in the oak, the spruce. There needs to be some jungle, which I still have yet to get. The birch. And then over here, I've got some spruce wood and some oak wood. Just kind of as a little detail in this room where you come down the stairs. Oh, and the birch right here. I don't know if I love this particular room, but I mean, honestly, the point of it is to get to these chests. So, and then all of this is working just great. Everything is sorted out. Let's see. Yeah. And we're good to go. I'm really, really, really happy with it. I keep saying I'm really happy with it, but I really am happy with this. I think that it's really fun. I've never actually put a farm like this inside of a building before, I don't think. Maybe I did like on kind of my very first Let's Play series that I recorded, the World of Hex. I haven't been on there for a long time. Anyway, the last thing we need to do right here is we need to clean up. We need to clean up all these chests, all these shulker boxes. So we got a couple of gravel ones. Those need to go. Sand, that needs to go. Another sandbox. That needs to go. Let's see, concrete colors. I'm going to leave that one out for a second. Okay, the very last thing that I wanted to do, other than put away just the few things in my inventory, there's like places to put them over there, is I wanted to take this pathway and finish it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll show you what it finally looks like. All right, we got the pathway all done. Let's take a look. I mean, it's a stone pathway. What did you expect? Anyway, that's great. I have one tiny little thing to fix that I just remembered, and it's up here around the back of this. There's like one piece of glass missing. Boop. All right, now it's officially done. I put in the jungle wood there, and into the sorting system. So now we have jungle logs as well. We've got all 4 log types, and I'm super sick of saying how happy I am about this. Well, guys and gals, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more stuff like this. But more importantly, I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful day. And God bless.